Hey everyone, welcome to our Essential Oils Masterclass. I'm super excited to have you here, and today we're going to have a quick little look at lavender essential oil. So, if you've got your lavender nearby, even your little sample bottle or out of your kit, maybe bring it up so you can have it with you while we have a little chat about it. If you haven't smelt the doTERRA lavender before, this is the doTERRA lavender. It's very amazing. Give it a little smell. And you'll probably find that the doTERRA lavender smells nothing like any other lavender you've smelled before in your life. A lot of people will say that they don't like lavender, or it reminds them of like old ladies and yucky, fake, soapy, perfumey smells. And I can sort of vouch for this. I've always liked lavender, but I just think the doTERRA lavender is just above and beyond anything else I've ever smelled. This comes down to the quality of the doTERRA essential oils being pure therapeutic grade oils, really high standard for testing the oils, and all of the plants for the oils are grown in their indigenous environments, which means that you're getting the perfect balance of chemical compounds in each oil that we should be using to help heal ourselves. So for me, lavender is probably one of my most commonly used oils out of our collection of oils that we've got at home. The main uses that I would have the lavender for is, I guess I'm using it a lot in our busy life with having a baby, having a couple of businesses. It can be a little bit stressful for us at times, so I'll often have the lavender on in the diffuser in the evening, in the bath with me, in the bath if I'm having a bath with Luna, with our little baby. And just in my handbag, so I'm sort of using it all the time, just so I can be breathing it in, and just for myself and my partner and our family feeling very relaxed, very grounded, helping for us to take away any stress and anxiety that's not necessary in our day and can be a little bit flooding. I also use the lavender a lot just with making nice fresh scents with our washing. So I'll put the lavender oil in a wash cycle, just a couple of drops, and it adds a really beautiful fragrance to all the clothes, and it's super gentle. So if you're using a really gentle washing liquid or powder, you can just add the lavender to that, and it'll make it nice and soft and lush on your skin as well. And the lavender is particularly, I find, for us, is really useful for sleep. My partner isn't the best sleeper, so we try and get the lavender out a bit at night time. Another way you can use the lavender with sleep, rather than putting it in the diffuser in your room, you can actually put it into like a little spray. So you could just get a little spray or a mist bottle, fill it up with water, put maybe 5 to 10 drops of lavender oil in it, and you can just lightly mist your pillow at night before you go to bed. And I know a lot of people will do this as well with small children, if they're trying to get them to go to sleep at night time and they're not really sleeping, or they're having a bit of sleep trauma and getting a little bit upset at night. A lot of people find that it can be really, really helpful in that way. Yeah, and I guess emotionally, lavender is probably one of our sort of really nurturing, loving, comforting oils. So it's something that you always want to have around you. You can whip it out in times of need. I do have a little, I don't have it right here with me, but I've got like a little 10 ml roller bottle, and I have the lavender in that with some of the fractionated coconut oil. So in the 10 ml roller bottle, I'll have 10 drops of the lavender, and the rest will be the fractionated coconut oil. The fractionated coconut oil is just a really beautiful carrier oil that helps you dilute your essential oils down so that they're safe to put on the skin, and it also helps them to absorb. You could use anything from like sweet almond oil, apricot oil, olive oil, even anything you've got around, but I tend to use fractionated coconut oil. It's just a coconut oil that has had the medium chain fats removed from it, so it won't set solid in the colder weather, and it's less greasy and really smooth. And doTERRA do a really beautiful fractionated coconut oil, so that's what I generally use for most of my oil blends. And the other main use I have for the lavender, also I do like cooking with it. You can pop it into cakes and scones and things, but my main use for it would probably be with Luna, our 5-month-old baby. I've got a little roller ball that I have with me all the time for her, and it's just 10 mils of carrier oil, and I have 1 drop of lavender in there, 1 drop of Roman chamomile, and 1 drop of frankincense, and that's my go-to pretty much for everything for her. So whether it's issues with having a little bit of sore tummy, she's been teething a little bit at the moment, so getting a little bit distressed with that. If she's not settling and not calming, I'll just grab that little roller and I'll put just a tiny bit on the bottom of her feet. The reason we go bottom of the feet is because you absorb things really quickly through your feet, so it's a good way to get them into your system and spread through all the cells in your body. And sometimes I'll even put just a little bit, like with the teething, like along her jawline. With babies, you've got to be very, very mild with what you do. So generally you're looking at 1 drop of oil to 10 mils of a carrier oil when they're quite little. As they get a bit bigger, you can go a little bit heavier, but generally for children, like the absolute maximum you really need is 5 oils. The doTERRA oils are so pure and so powerful and strong that you really shouldn't be using huge amounts of them, and that's a really cool thing. We can have these little bottles of oil here, like this one of the lavenders, 250 mils, and you're getting like it's 50 mils and you're getting about 250 drops of oil in here. So they go a really, really long way. So, you know, you be using them a lot. I do go through the lavender pretty quickly, but in saying that, the value for money is awesome because they are so powerful and so strong. So that's just a little bit about lavender. I'll be seeing you guys soon to talk about another oil. Bye.